What's up, guys?
Hey, friends.
Greetings, fellas.
We have an offer for you.
We'd like to make a small deal.
We have an interesting proposition.
Get the new shiny Dota 2 ticket.
Buy the new Starladder ticket.
Support us with ticket purchases.
And we promise to show you our best.
We'll show you excellent and magnificent Dota.
We will make sure you see some amazing games.
Take the first step into the next season.
We are counting on you.
Help us make Starladder 11 awesome.
We will see you again sooner than you think.
Thank you for your support.
And your contribution will make us a little bit happier. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're here on the Christmas Eve Dota 2 coverage of Starladder Season 11 Europe Group Stages. I'm Zyori. This guy next to me is Merlini. We are getting into the Christmas spirit here as we get into some Dota. We've got 2 games left today, and this here's one of them. PR Navi. Now, this is a biggin', and we're going to take a look at the grid here, Merlini, before I let you get a word in. This is serious, all right? Navi right now, they are 8-2 today, I believe. They've already won 1 game. Now they're 8-3, so they lost against Empire. Still in the running for the top 4. Power Rangers also in the running. They're just under Power here in this little overlay, but they are currently 8-4. So for Power Rangers, they need this. This is a big game. 5 losses, you're getting into tiebreak scenarios. Navi, they could potentially take a loss here and still make a run, but lots on the line, my fair friend.
Nice brackets.
Thank you.
Nice standings.
I know. The standings are really great. I tried hard, and we made it happen. So, let's talk about this draft a little bit, man. What's going on here? What do we have? What are they brewing up here? Tide Zeus opener from PR?
Night Stalker EO.
Interesting. A lot of interesting things here. So, Night Stalker. Now that we've had some time in the patch, I know we talked about it the other day, and you were kind of like, I'm not sure how good Night Stalker is right now.
I knew his darkness was really good, but I wasn't sure how good the hero was.
Yeah.
In general.
So any follow-up research been conducted here? Do you think is he worthy of a first or second pick?
Sure, I think so. I think you can incorporate him into strats, and he is worthy of a first pick. Yes. The darkness is just ridiculous. You can't see anything.
It's crazy. It's weird seeing wards give like a little baby amount of vision. That feels really strong.
It is really strong.
10 seconds.
It's one of those like abilities. Like, what do you counter it with? You know, it's just like a trump card. It's like, oh, nice wards, dude.
Zeus ult, Zeus bolt.
I guess that still doesn't give your wards vision though. It still doesn't increase their.
It gives you vision.
It gives you vision temporarily, but that is a small workaround. But you know, that's
shrapnel.
You can't just like use your Zeus ult every time it's up. Like I got something like you gotta. Sometimes you need it for the damage.
Well, I think it's bigger. It's a bigger problem in team fights that you can't actually see anyone. Like you can't scout out. Like last game, Naga slept. They find Tidehunter. They can't actually find the Tidehunter, or sorry, they might not be able to find, like, let's say the LC who might be blink initiating on them. And if you do that, PA might not be able to pop her BKB before like a blink duel. And those are really big things that can change a team fight. Or Tidehunter might not feel safe and he doesn't know when to go in for Ravage, or he might just get walked up to by a Night Stalker and just get silenced, and then they have 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds maybe without a Ravage that they can fight under. So the implications of not having vision is a really big deal. I can't stress how big of a deal that vision is in team fights.
I would say that is probably, if you had to pick one specific mechanic, that is the kind of your make it or break it. Vision is definitely
vision,
definitely high up there on the list, if not all the way at the top.
Well, clumping is also pretty important too. Positioning and positioning and vision.
Clumping. Positioning and vision. There you go. Almost had a disaster here. PA once more, and the Witch Doctor. This is a lot of team fight out of the Power Rangers. If this PA wants to go some early skirmish, go for a nice quick BKB there. Dude, you got this Tide throwing out Ravages, Zeus doing all the damage you could ever want. Then you got a little physical there. The Witch Doctor, they've got some good stuns. I like the way this roster's shaping up.
People like picking Witch Doctor versus the EO. You throw the coconuts after the relocate.
Mm-hmm.
They're already clumped up. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, that is a nice little thing there.
But BKB will own it.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. I wonder how they're going to
5
lane this. If
seconds
this is like an
remaining.
off-lane LC, if they're going to do like a Wisp Night Stalker pairing mid, or if it's just a casual Night Stalker in the
Reserve
mid and they're going to
time.
grab the obvious Wisp pairing later. You could also do Wisp LC in the safe lane. I've seen teams do that. A lot of options here for Navi. Who is the host hero? I think it'll probably be off-lane Legion.
Spirit Breaker.
Okay, I take that.
Nice.
Dire team
Okay. So this is a go Blackie draft.
It is.
Very tanky with a Wisp.
Well, it's kind of just like an up-in-your-face kind of thing, and you can't really see it coming with the darkness.
See, I feel like Timbersaw could be a very scary
10
pick. I'm not sure how
10
PR would lane it.
seconds
They'd have to
remaining.
support the Zeus, put him on the floor, but this
5
is a
seconds
Timbersaw
remaining.
game if I ever saw one, man.
4 strength heroes? Yeah. It'd be nice.
Yes. Wisp a strength
Reserve
hero.
time.
I said Wisp a strength hero.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he
It's
is.
the wimpiest of the strength heroes. Nakes was like that for a while too. Wasn't it like back in the day? Hasn't he flip flopped between being an agi hero and a strength hero, or was he always a strength hero?
I think he was. I'm actually not sure on that.
Because I feel like there was a while where I think he's still like that, where it's like he's a strength hero but has really high agi gain, so he's like one of those weird kind of. I feel like there was a time when he used to be agility, but I may have made that up.
I'm not positive.
My memory's hazy. I wasn't taking notes on Dota back in that day.
It's a good old Spirit Breaker. Really good at punishing a Zeus mid.
Mm-hmm.
He's just nice. I kind of like Spirit Breaker, actually. If you have Wisp move speed and Spirit Breaker move speed, you're almost hasted. Which is also really
Navi,
nice for
turn
kiting
to
people around
ban.
fights, which is very important against a PA.
Yeah.
Also, it's like you want. He creates a lot of havoc in fights. That's not really something you can quantify. It's just like when he's charging in on someone, the supports have to position themselves so that
10
they're
seconds
in range
remaining.
to protect the charge guy, or in range to stop the charge, but
5
not in
seconds
range enough
remaining.
to get bashed themselves.
Yeah.
And it makes positioning really difficult, and you can't
Reserve
ignore
time.
him in the fights. And he doesn't do that much damage, but he's just so gosh darn annoying that you
Dire
can't
team
really.
pick.
Yeah.
Like you get bashed every which way, like you don't know where the fight's gonna be. He can jump around with his Nether Strike and hit like a Zeus that's sitting in the back line too. I don't know. It's just crazy how much havoc he creates.
Yeah. I think SB is in a pretty good position, or overall right now. Like I think he's found an okay level of balance, and he does counter some heroes very well. You mentioned Zeus, and the big one that I've seen over the past few weeks is Anti-Mage.
10 seconds
AM against Spirit
remaining.
Breaker it's rough for
Well, any blinker.
yeah, as it doesn't disjoint the
Navi's
charge
turn
of
to
darkness.
pick.
Disruptor picked up again here, so a good hero against the Spirit Breaker. Glimpse, of course, very useful against anybody with fast movement speed that can traverse terrain.
Good versus EO.
Very good versus EO also.
It's also good versus a lot of melee too, because they're more likely to clump up for Static Storm, Kinetic Field.
I feel like it's also not bad against LC. She blinks in, duels somebody, you can glimpse her back.
Yeah,
10 seconds remaining.
that's strange though,
Because you run towards the LC, right? So
yeah, but you don't want to run towards.
That's what I mean. So your heroes, like if LC gets glimpsed back, the two heroes are still doing, and they'll run together, right, and kind of meet in the middle. Is that the way the mechanic
I
works?
believe so.
Yeah, so it doesn't stop the duel. It helps. It's cute, you know. It
The
delays
Venge
some of
swap
the
is
damage.
significantly better though.
Yeah, well, that's an understatement. I think Venge was the final ban from Navi. They also could have considered a Rubik pick. Rubik, pretty
Wow, that is a manly lineup.
dang good. Yeah, Troll with the final choice for Navi. This is some serious man mode. Will it work, though? Is that a whole different question?
Yes.
Yes, it's a different question, or yes, it'll work?
Yes, it'll work. I have faith in the Godlike draft.
Okay. Yeah,
I think they're just gonna have pressure on all fronts, and then it's gonna be like a 1-for-0 here and there, and then the supports are gonna be running around, and then they're just gonna be running amok, and everyone's gonna be dying. It's one of those games.
Okay, so you think this will just be a classic CIS bloodbath where everyone's just nonstop slaying?
Look at their heroes, dude.
I can see that. Yeah, these guys, they like to fight. They like to lace up the gloves a little bit. You know, get in the ring.
50 dual kills.
Doing it Rocky style. That's it? Only 50?
No. That's
in this game.
In this
you mean.
game.
Okay, I thought you meant he had the Arcana. I was like, 50? That's not very many. That's a...
Duels won 205. He's lost 22
Oh, there it
duels.
is.
That's a lot. Why would you have a duels lost inscribed gem?
That has to be one of the, worst gems I've ever seen. Just like, all right, this one's going to keep track of all the times I fucked up.
Dude, there was one that was... I saw a gem. It was multi-hero roar kills. How are you supposed to kill multiple heroes with roar?
What? Like you run in roar and you get a double kill off of it?
I think so.
I've never seen that happen.
I know.
Even close, ever.
I was like, what? I mean, getting a single kill with... Maybe it's like... Oh, actually, I don't know. I can't fathom any other way that it could.
You don't see people get single kills with roar very often. It's not a finishing move. It's an opener. It's got a 3-second stun after it. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
That's a really silly
I was just
one.
like, huh? Let me show you it in my image.
Yeah, there's a couple that like I think the puck one is pretty good. It's like 3 or more dream coils. Those are a good like pretty challenging, but you still actually do it sometimes.
Okay, inscribe roar multi kills.
That's not very descriptive. Yeah, roar multi kills. I've never seen that one. Maybe for good reason.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's like the roar puts you on a multi-kill streak. Maybe I don't know. That even that's like
that's still really weird though. Why is that worthy of a gem? Uh-oh, Phonic in a little bit of trouble. He'll get tethered, but not going to get that yummy bounty room. Gets picked up by the Zeus. Troll gets his down bottom. Let's introduce some rosters, though. Here we got Navi versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. A big matchup, as we've already talked about. Navi, the fan favorite, so he'll be here on the Radiant side. Havost, he's in love, and he's rocking the Troll. He'll be in the safe lane. Go Black will be helping him out on the position 4 Spirit Breaker. Dendy goes mid on Mr. Night Stalker, and that puts Phonic in the off lane on the LC, and he'll be joined by Vanscore. Meow Meow. He is on the Wisp, tethered up nearby, spewing out those particles. Dire side, we've got Power Rangers. Cheshire Cat, he heads off lane on the Tide. Engagement up top. Uh-oh, J4, he's on the Disruptor. He could be in trouble already. Overcharge, doing some work. Not Overcharge, Tether rather. First Blood's drawn. J4 falls. They do get a counter kill on the Wisp that PA will get credit for, but LC with First Blood, not a bad way to get things started. Seneko, he takes the Troll. The Witch Doctor here, the other Troll. Okay.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yep, that was a weird First Blood. He basically just ran at him. That was the First Blood strategy there.
Well, overwhelming odds in tether moves is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Disruptor does not have very good base armor, sitting at 1.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Overcharge. I meant to say Tether. It's embarrassing. I know the difference. So, 2 kills already in the first minute of gameplay. Not so shabby. 2-1-2 out of Navi. That means Cheshire Cat probably have a bit of a rough time. 2-on-1. He does have a ward down. Give him a little bit of vision here in that entryway. Mid lane, Dendy looks like he's doing all right. Him and Zeus are pretty even with one another. He did pick up that magic stick already, so plenty of charges as Shotchlo.
Phonic.
Last hits away. Ooh, stealing their pull camp, and as you say, Phonic. I miss a kill mid. Shotchlo just finishes off the Dendy Night Stalker, dude. That was just a straight solo kill. Dendy underestimating the damage output of the Zeus. Looks like he ate his stick charges, still wasn't enough.
What happened to his bottle? He had his bottle come to him. I thought he was.
He had full bottle charges when I toggled off to look at top. So I think he just underestimated the big zap from Zeus. Maybe thought he didn't have enough mana or something. I think Shotchlo had like 1 bottle charge left. Down bottom. Speaking of charges. I'll go in on the Cheshire Cat. Can they actually get the kill here, though? Cheshire Cat is 3, does have an anchor smash.
Oh, I don't
Both
think
hits
that,
him with the axes.
I don't think that axe hit. Oh, actually, the melee axe did hit.
Yeah. Charge of Darkness coming off cooldown. Maybe they can go back in on the Tide. There's another charge available here. Go Black's thinking about it. Havost is low. They might be able to bait this out. It's a risky play.
There's a lot of creeps.
It is a lot of creeps. Uh-oh, I'm getting a big lag spike here.
He doesn't have Stout Shield either.
Yeah, and double ring protection there on the Tide, so he's tankier than usual with 9 armor. Holy crap.
Well, nighttime going to hit in 1 minute. Dendy is pretty underleveled, though, after that first death.
Mm-hmm.
Putting some pressure on Slotchlo while he's bottle crowing.
Yep. In terms of last hits, though, he is still doing all right. That kill will set him back, but still besting the Zeus on that front.
Well, his damage is ridiculous. He should have a lot of last hits. 72 damage at level 4.
72 with 1 branch. That's all base, baby. Cheshire Cat once more down bottom. Getting harassed. This is one of the problems with the support Spirit Breaker, though, is you can't really zone out these big, beefy offlanes.
They could, like, charge mid. I don't know why he's not charging mid.
Yeah, it's just not very effective here. Tide's still getting a lot of experience. Dendy thinking about a dive on this tower. If this was nighttime, he'd be going for it, but...
They have no TPs on the support, so I think this would be an easy kill.
Yeah. Maybe they haven't scattered it out, but you're right. No TPs in either inventory. Phonic getting aggressive here, but PA goes in onto the Wisp. And two little fights breaking out as Van Score, I think, destined to fall. Kinetic Field will definitely lock him in place. Funnick really wants this kill on Seneko. He's regenerating with that Voodoo Restoration. Still the kill goes to Funnick, and it's another 1-for-1 trade. This time it's the Witch Doctor for the Wisp.
Gold for me.
Shochlo getting charged up right now. Dendy going for the rune. Who's going to get it? It will be Shochlo.
But it may cost him his life. He does eat the illusion. Will start sipping up that bottle as best he can. Goblack coming in, but the cask will take some bounces. Oh, no! Dendy, now he's going to get turned around on. Shochlo bursts him down. Seneko comes in with the value cask as Goblack gets stopped dead in his tracks. Nice.
Oh, it's funny because if Funnick didn't go for that kill on top, Dendy wouldn't have died there. Either. That's a little strange to think of.
Yeah.
But
yeah, getting that Witch Doctor to TP mid. That's unfortunate.
Very nice casks from him, too, and very nice ward on the bottom, too, to scout out potential charges.
Yeah, the warding is very, very important against Spirit Breaker.
I'm still very surprised that charge came out so late, though. Like, he's been level 2 for a while, so he can easily get the charge in the bash, but I think letting Zeus get to almost level 6 this easily is a mistake on Navi's part, given their lineup.
Yeah. Especially because he will get more difficult to gank. He's undoubtedly going to go mobility items, Yules, Blink, Force Staff, some combination of those. Down bottom, we'll see another charge on the Cheshire Cat, almost level 5. Not any Ravage quite yet, but Havos needs to be very careful here. I'm not sure they have the damage to do this easily. Cheshire Cat will make it back to the tower. 2 points in the Kraken make him so tanky. And all that armor again. He's got Basilius now that he's upgraded. And the big old Watermelon will live as he has to walk back to the well. He's going to take his Squiddles and run.
Does he have Squiddles?
Yep.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. Pirate Hat and Squiddles. This guy knows about the swag. See, look at that. Quad Ravages. Now, that's a serious gem. He's had 49 Quad Ravages. That's not bad. See, that's a hard one that you actually do sometimes. Whoa, up top. Glimpse onto Funnick right into the tower. Dit your eyes here. It's on the PA. Doing a lot of damage. Van Score healing his friend as best he can. Has another bottle charge and some sticks, but they say, screw it. Let's just kill the Wisp. That'll make this a lot easier. Wisp goes down. Funnick is still alive. Might actually be able to get Seneko here. It's going to be close. Down he goes. 1-for-1. And soon to be a 2-for-1 as Funnick surviving way longer than he should have, to be frank. Now Dendy, Hastrun on, comes in. J4 in a bit of trouble. Kinetic Field makes Dendy kind of stutter step a bit, and Night Stalker will not be able to commit for the kill he was looking for.
Man, they really need Dendy here early on in these fights, too. He had a TP scroll on him, but I think he wanted to get the 6-minute rune, which posed some delays for him, but their strategy is not really working out as well as expected. Neither the Spirit Breaker nor the Night Stalker has really coordinated well with their team at all. Both of them sitting at 0 kills and 0 assists. It's all about Funnick on the top lane with 3 kills of his own.
Yep. At least they've been able to trade. No dual damage yet. He's almost level 6, but not a bad place for the LC to be. We're 7 minutes in, has treads and 900 gold towards a blink. I think he'll be all right, even though his CS is a little lackluster. Dendy going into the mid lane here. Once Shochlo, a charge from the Spirit Breaker. He's coming from the well, so Go Black might not really make it in time to do anything. Yeah, force out a TP, a big reaction from PR. And
he's going in.
Whoa, Go Black, you crazy devil. They might glimpse him here. There we go. Glimpse back. Go Black will probably survive as Dendy comes in to try and make some space for him. Cask flying through. Does clip a couple of the heroes. Go Black dies to the Zeus ult. Why did he not cancel that charge? That just seemed like...
He didn't see the other heroes.
Yeah, I guess so. But I saw a TP in. His team backed off. Best case scenario, I mean, he's not 6. He doesn't have another strike, so... Best case, you do some damage, then walk away. Worst case, you die. It just doesn't seem like a good risk-reward scenario.
Well, Dendy was fairly close.
Yeah. Kind of low on HP, though. He wasn't topped off. I mean, Dendy also doesn't have any items. He's got brown boots. I don't think Dendy really wants to fight under a tower right now. I think he'll take a kill if he can get it, of course, but not really looking to press his luck. Cheshire Cat gets charged, but I feel like Tide has been one of the big breadwinners this game. I mean, he is just... He's level 7, 19 last hits. He's had a pretty good time.
Yeah, this is where the support Spirit Breaker really falls short when you can't do anything in your lane and you haven't charged any of the other lanes. He really needs levels, at least level 6, I'd say, so he can sacrifice himself in the team fights. Looks like Phantom Assassin not going a greedy build at all, either going with the early bottle, anticipating a lot of early fighting, which I think is the correct assumption.
Yep. Van Score just hits his level 4, so still pretty far from relocate territory, but Funnick He's got a duel available, and he is ready to find some extra damage. Unfortunately, I don't really have anybody that easily pairs with the LC, like an LC Skywrath or something, and just blow people up and get some easy early damage. But Funnick, he gets glimpsed back, not going to be stuck inside the kinetic field, trying to split so the cast doesn't cripple him. Now darkness flies through as Dendi joins the party. J4 charged from afar. Dendi taking a lot of damage, will be forced to kind of reinitiate here as GoBlack comes in onto J4, takes a huge burst of damage. Does still get the kill, but it will cost him his life. And after this odd clash, it will end as a 1-for-1. Ditya getting aggressive, thinking about diving the tower.
He doesn't have vision.
Oh my gosh. Oi, oi, oi. Dendi, he gets blown up now. Now they dive the tower. That's a double ravage. Funnick, as well as Vanscore, destroyed in the tree line. And Power Rangers, living up to their reputation as the best of one upsetters in Starladder group stages, looking damn strong against Navi with a 1,600 net worth boon going their way.
The lack of coordination on Navi is actually rather
Radiant's
impressive.
top tower is under attack.
Like, they're just running in hoping that that darkness will carry them.
Impressive lack of coordination.
It is. It really is.
They do seem rather disorganized. A lot of these fights have just been run at them.
Yeah, without the troll there, let's say. They're fighting on top during nighttime without a Night Stalker there. Like, they're taking fights on the other side of the map without relocate. And Spearbreaker not killing the Zeus in mid.
This is even pre-relocate. Yeah, this, I don't know. Maybe things will get better once he gets the relocate going. Yeah, this is hard. So for Navi now, it's about zeroed out. They were
charge on bottom. Funnick is ready.
Here we go. They're going in on J4. Funnick, no blink, needs to close the gap, and the glimpse back on to the LC. That means no dual damage, at least not yet. Funnick, he's coming back for more, thinking about it, but oh, there's the Death Ward. Funnick gets turned around on. And again, the run out of Strat going to backfire as GoBlack tries to make it away. He'll have a charge coming up. Will charge to the mid and does not live. Shot slow, waiting in the tree line and zaps him down with a lightning bolt. Another 2-for-0 going the way of Power Rangers.
Navi just needs to farm up for, I'd say, 1 minute, get level 6 on EO, wait for nighttime, and then try their luck again. They're just throwing bodies at Power Rangers now. And I think they were supposed to do that if they have an advantage.
Night Stalker and Spirit Breaker are two heroes that you do not want to be in this scenario with. Very momentum-based and do not necessarily recover all that well. Dendi has Power Treads and a Bracer. GoBlack working on an urn. He will charge Ditya up top. LC is nearby. Can they actually secure a kill? Nope, just cancels it, and that'll be the end of it.
J4's glimpse was also really nice, too. He, like, glimpsed right before the duel. So he wasted duel and was forced to run back into the tower.
Yeah. So Navi will slow things down a little bit here. I think they're going to take heed to your general advice. Slow it down, get that initial farm, and now that they're making movements towards this Tier 1, PR will come in, glimpse back onto the Troll. Havo stuck inside the Static Storm kinetic field. This Disruptor making plays happen. They get an easy pick on the 1 of Navi.
Disruptor's owning them really hard.
Yep.
So many great glimpses. Also the coconuts, too.
The coconuts. And these coconuts right here.
4 melee heroes. It's really tough.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but it gets Ravage and Witch Doctor, two heroes that love going up against heavy melee core lineups. There will be a team fight breaking out in the mid here as Power Rangers rotate 5. They take some burst damage. Seneko, getting initiated on by Dendi. In comes the charge. Zeus is there with the big zap. Is it enough damage, though? GoBlack goes down first. All 5 alive on Power Rangers. The Voodoo Restoration doing some work. Ravage connects on 2. Vanscore and Funnick in a lot of trouble. Funnick may be the first to go down. Thinking about a duel, not going to happen. Death Ward does a tickle, but will get interrupted. Now Hafos going to the front lines. Oh, Hafos, it's a 4-play, my friend. He gets taken out. Dendi committing for J4. He's not even going to find it. Oh, Navi in shambles, Merlini. It's another 3-for-0. Power Rangers. This team.
That was 4-for-0.
4-for-0? Oh, you respawned already? Jesus, it was a 4-for-0. Now they're going to get a tower. They just can't kill anyone. Senego's got 3 points in the Voodoo Restoration. He's kept his whole team just regenning up. They're all at full health.
Yeah, and they have like 3 arcane boots, almost 4. If they want one on Disruptor. So much sustain. PA's getting a lot of farm too. They can't get any kills during nighttime. They have 0 dual damage on a level 8 LC.
This is really quickly getting out of control. Tide Where's all his farm gone? Looks like he just picked up. Oh, wow, this courier's loaded up right now. All right, so Cheshire Cat has a mech pretty close. Shotchlow's working on his Yules. So there's an array of items coming out.
So there's level 6 on Disruptor, or sorry, on EO. Maybe they can make something happen there.
They need to. LC still with 0 duel damage. Only 14 minutes in, but there has been a lot of blood shed. And there is your Blink Dagger on the LC, so maybe Funnick now with Relocate and Blink, they can get some pickoffs going. I mean,
that's the goal.
If you're Navi here, is that what it's all about? Just starting to find some pickoffs? Just slowly grind your way back into this?
They can try and sneak a Roshan in. Troll's really good at doing Roshan, and he has a HOD.
That's true. About 5,000 gold, 7,500 experience. Going the way of Power Rangers right now as they pull more into the lead. And, whoa, that's an interesting time to pause. Look at that Zeus Bolt. Look at that.
I don't see it on mine.
Low graphics. Wah, wah, wah. What a time for a pause. Make it rain lightning. Look at all those white particles. Oh, man. Navi.
Looks like an ion cannon.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. The whites, man. Making those graphics cards work. Speaking of graphics cards, I got a new one for Christmas. Got the 770. It's pretty good. Upgraded to 3 monitors. Really took my personal setup to the next level. Don't know what to do with the 3rd monitor yet, but I've got it, so that's cool.
I was actually thinking about upgrading to 3.
It's nice, but it is a big change going from 2 to 3. It really is, actually. You have so much more real estate. Oh, glimpse back on the Funnick. Disruptor again, making the plays into a Scott. This hero. I think banning the Raptor is a real strategy.
First phase, though? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I mean, it feels like back-to-back games now where he's just setting up kills left and right. He's 2, 2, and 8.
He's a good hero.
Ridiculous.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Spirit Breaker charging across the map, just going for some creeps. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Hvost. Uh-oh. He's going to be all right. I think they'll just settle for his tower instead. Yeah, the Troll has not been able to get much done this game, and maybe they'll try that Roshan sneaking that you've been talking about. Navi's getting into that point where they need to start taking some risks. The gold and experience graphs aren't that out of control, but remember, we're only 15 minutes in. And just looking at the momentum of how much control Power Rangers have, they can just keep forcing these fights. Basically, anytime Ravage is up, they can feel very safe being aggressive. Cheshire Cat will have a mech after this tower. He did skip the Blink in favor of a mech, which I do find a little peculiar.
Well, they're just 5-manning, right? And Navi's, if they can't run at them, they're going to lose the fight.
Yeah.
And a mech actually prevents them from running at them, so...
Like, mech is really good. It's more of is tied the right hero to get it. And I guess in this game, I don't know who else would farm it. You know, Shotchlow needs to get the Yules. So, I guess it makes sense. Just does limit.
It's actually really smart for him to go that over to Blink.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
You like it here? Okay. Has the recipe, so he'll have the mech coming out. And with the early Arcane Boots and a Basilia, should have the mana to sustain it.
Because the farm PA will carry this game, since Navi's so under farm right now, and they have like almost all physical damage.
Van Score walks right into Cheshire Cat. He gets gushed, and Dityara comes in. Long-range tether into a long-range glimpse. Good night, Van Score. Have a nice Christmas Eve. Sleep tight, my fair prince. As the Wisp dies once more, and Hvost will pause it up.
Later.
See ya. Hvost still having some connection issues here, unfortunately. It's been a day of plagued servers.
Glimpse too strong.
Yeah, it really is. So how do you deal with Disruptor? Aside from banning it out, are there heroes that are particularly good against him? I mean, obviously BKBs are good. You can't.
Well, you can
BKB
you can go
heroes,
the BKB. You can go like Jugger and Nakes.
Magic immune cores, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those are pretty nice.
Okay.
Or even hero like, if he's in a really defensive position and you just like Zerg him down, I think he's really good. Which I guess theoretically should have been this game too, but they're so far ahead that they're just incrementally getting more and more pickoffs. If you don't ever get the opportunity, like the opposing team doesn't ever have to flee, then you don't really get any value out of Glimpse.
Yeah, that's true. It looks really broken when you have a team that can constantly make them run away, but. Like even right now, if you can get a glimpse here on Hvost, 5 seconds till it's up. Just need some vision.
Zeus ult if they need it.
They just want this glimpse. There you go. They'll get the vision for it. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, and Hvost not going to live this time around. Another easy gank for PR. And again, Disruptor's the hero that makes it happen. This man is the talk of the town.
Well, and Zeus too, giving True Sight twice.
Yeah,
Dire's
definitely a
top
necessity
tower
for that
has
one.
fallen.
Tier 1 tower in the top lane goes down meanwhile. Funnick
Radiant's
gets
bottom
the last
tower
hit
is
there.
under attack.
Still 0 dual damage on this Legion Commander. And it looks like the Navi pocket strat of moving into Roche not going to be successful as the Power Rangers do it themselves. Dityara ready to pick it up. Are you familiar with this Dityara fellow, by the way? Is that one of your pals?
No. I've seen him the past couple of months though.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen him play a little bit, but Parker was telling me this morning that apparently he's been performing really well recently. And,
yeah,
just recent match history. He's a lesser-known player that's been tango.
I've actually seen him in pubs.
Oh, really? Is he an American player?
No.
Oh, I didn't think so. Do you get Europeans in your pubs a lot?
No, I play EU pubs.
You do?
Yeah.
Why? Better time zones?
Better skill level.
Take that, North America. Glimpse on the Raptor.
Or if it's really late, too.
Yeah.
Like QEU.
Oh, relocate down bottom. It's an awkward relocate, though. Shotchlow just hits him with the Yules. Now they go right in onto the Wisp. Oh, no. Now Funnick's left behind. He gets glimpsed back, even. This is bad news. Bears, Navi are just falling apart. What was that relocate?
Not sure.
Merlini, what's going on here, man?
Well, they could go for relocate on, let's say, Tidehunter. Since he doesn't have a blink, they can take advantage of that. But they, unfortunately, are choosing the wrong target as they're fighting into PR's Death Ball.
Well, there's just also this, like, the positioning was weird. They were kind of in the retreat this way, and he relocated where they were fighting. So Zeus just said, okay, I'll Yule's your friend, and like, that's the easiest setup they could really hope for. It's just
too easy.
Again, the risk-reward not quite right. Cheshire Cat, oh, he's going to try and TP out. That won't happen. He gets his mech delivered, spends most of his gold there. Actually, still has a lot of unreliable. Dire Courier gets picked off on the way back. Cheshire Cat. Is he actually going to live through this? Not enough mana for Ravage. Now there's a duel. Funnick gets his first bout of extra damage. Plus 10. There you go. But doesn't come for free. Meanwhile, Power Rangers are down bottom, hitting this tier 2 tower pretty hard. So, looks like gank on the Tide.
PA is getting really big.
2,700, top of the net worth.
Bottom tower
Let's see what item he gets next. Probably BKB. Mid lane, thinking about initiation. Funnick hiding in the trees. Does not have a duel for another 22 seconds, so we'll have to wait. That was a big kill for him. Ending that streak, getting all that. Oh, it was actually the troll that got the last hit, but LC going for a Blade Mail now.
Blade Mail's nice here, unless PA goes BKB next.
Nope. Goes for the Basher. All right. A little more aggressive. Ditya trying to add a little extra RNG to the mix here.
Maybe need mass Blade Mails.
Watch out.
So, PR not really giving Navi much room to breathe.
The Raptor charges or glimpses back Go Black, and this is another freebie on the Spirit Breaker.
Man, Zeus ult into Glimpse is nasty.
What a setup. That was... Zeus did have to ult for it, but J4 just in the right place at the right time. Gets that glimpse as he's moving to the high ground.
1,800 radius.
That's true.
So,
pretty big area you need to be in.
He's on the right half of the map.
2 minutes left on the Aegis is Dityara here. Chopping down the tower. This is really PR's game to throw at this point. Up top, missed Static Storm Kinetic Field. They'll still go on to Funnick, and again, Havost with the pauses. Come on, man. Need a new router or something, I don't know. New house, new internet line. Love you, Havost, but these pauses are killing me. I remember when you didn't have to pause 10 times a game. Oh, Funnick. Yeah, that's a death ward.
Jesus.
That's an easy one.
It's getting ugly, dude.
They're just getting picked apart. Navi just keep on dying. I just saw a good zinger from Coddle Guy in chat. Oh, hold the thought, though. Deadly glimpsed back, tries to TP out. Not going to happen. Interrupted by the cask, and now the Dark Lord Night Stalker will be taken apart. Sacrifice to the Lords. As yet another one goes on the scoreboard for the Dire side. Shotchlow just charging into the mid lane, sees the Wisp. Gets hit by Go Black, but Dityara is there. It's all been faked the whole time around. Oh no, they turn it around. Vanscore falls. Go Black, he gets crit. He turns into a bloody pulp on the ground, or does he? Gets the kill on Shotflow before he goes down. It'll be the end of the Aegis as a double damage Havos joins the party. Dityara coming back up, but J4 is on the high ground. Hey there, Havos! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, but Havos just stands his ground, tanks him, ends the godlike streak in the double
So
damage.
much for Blur.
Holy crap! Was that just a lucky string of non-dodges for Havos?
It was.
Is that what happened there? Because I did not think PA would die that quickly.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Troll also has a lot of armor. He has 22 armor right now. Aquila, HOD, and Yasha.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
True. Still.
Good DD rune.
PA does have maxed out Blur also. Nice. Some luck going. Finally, Navi, get a stroke of luck here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Blade Mail now up on LC. Pride gets 4 staff. That's cool. You know, earlier today we finally got to see a Chen Ags while you were sleeping. Just remember.
How was that?
Structures are fortified.
Underwhelming. It was cool, but I mean, you know, there was not really a point where I was like, wow, that 50% HP buff. Awesome.
Oh wow, illusions count as creeps for Witch Doctor stun. That's interesting. It's a 5-second stun. On
Oh, the
illusions.
stun. Yeah, okay. I was wondering what you meant by that. I was like, I don't think it prioritizes creeps or heroes differently. Thought it was random, but yeah. That is kind of odd, actually. One of those funky mechanics. Well, even though it's 27-8, the gold experience lead is not that much. It's only about 5,000.
Well, PR's been forced to 5-man a lot. So.
Yeah, so there has been a lot of time that they've spent not farming, and you know, Navi are still in this. It's tough. They've fed away a lot of unnecessary deaths, but I feel
PA
like
needs BKB to be safe.
yeah, I feel like if they really tighten up and start doing this right, Navi could turn this game around. And
Yeah, a Blade Mail ult on a PA if actually LC needs BKB too. They both need BKBs.
Go Black, gonna get caught again. J4, he's got a glimpse. He glimpses him back. Static Storm, Kinetic Field. Doesn't even need the Static Storm.
Dire's
Just a
bottom
Kinetic
tower is
Field, a
under
couple of
attack.
coup de grace.
Split push for days of Vos
Dire's
chopping down the
structures
bottom
are
tower.
fortified.
Chop that wood.
Well, he has BKB, so he can't get owned by Glimpse anymore.
Yep, feeling safe. We'll use the BKB. TP's home after forcing out 3 TPs. So Havos will be pretty happy with that. Make some space for the top as J4 comes on in. He TP's into 2. Dendy ready to fight, but Kinetic Field keeps J4 alive for now. Funnet coming in, gets an easy
Dire's
duel.
top tower is under attack.
And there you go.
Nice
little
forcing
damage.
the TPs out by Havos on bottom.
Yeah, great split pressure around the map. Now charge in. Darkness used by Dendy. They want Cheshire Cat, but he does have a mech as well as a Ravage here.
And a Force.
Yeah, not necessarily the target you really want to go on. He will go ahead and mech up, top himself off, and sharing is caring with these arcane boots. Ooh, Seneko, 1,500 off his Aghanim Scepter. Funnick gonna get jumped on here. Cheshire Cat may consider a Ravage for this. He's gonna TP home. Uses the Yules instead. Came from the Zeus. Relocate out. They'll settle for just a kill on the Wisp. Wisp not bringing any friends back. So we'll just have to play Sacrificial Lamb. Might be able to tether to the creep wave here. Advanced Core do something really cheeky. He gets the movement speed buff. He does make it to the creep wave, but gets stunned. And, well, a very noble effort. Unfortunately for him, the cask won't be on his side. Bounces to him twice. Oh, gosh.
Still making good stuff happen around the map, though. The draw out of the TPs on bottom to force a fight in the top was a very smart move by Navi. Havos is actually getting pretty big. If they all get BKBs, they can easily deal with PR's lineup, especially since Tidehunter doesn't have a blink. They don't really have a good way to initiate on it. Disruptor does have a blink, but no scepter on him. Godblack's pretty much a non-factor at this point.
Dude, he needs a BKB if he wants to have a chance, and that is just not happening. He is 0, 8, and 4. The Raptors just owning him. I mean, that's really what it's come down to. Now J4 has a blink and the beginnings of what will be an Aghanim Scepter with that point booster. And Tide will not. He's not interested in blink at all. He's going to go Refresher before blink, it looks like. Maybe just a casual Oblivion staff for now, but
that's
a
interesting.
very weird item trajectory coming out of Cheshire Cat. I guess the 4 staff, he feels he's got it covered, you know?
I don't know. 2 BKBs already out. A third one coming out soon on Funnick. I don't know if this is going to shape out too well for PR.
Yeah, you think Navi going to make the turn? Go down in the first few rounds and then come back in the bottom of the 5th?
They're always farming as 5s. Look at them right now. They're always forced to huddle up because of Spirit Breaker. So even though Godblack's not actually getting him any kills, he's 0 and 8, he's still doing something. Limiting opponent's farm.
The definition of Space Creator. Going to be a long Roche respawn here, up in about a minute and a half. Maybe PR could capitalize on that once more. We're only 25 minutes in. The golden experience leads are holding just about steady as things have taken a turn for the more passive. BKB is out on the Night Stalker, like you mentioned, still at that 10-second charge. Dendi making some recovery farm, but still pretty low relative to everyone else. Evost, the obvious big breadwinner here, and looks like MKB going to be his item of choice. Classic gets the PA, some TPs up to the top lane. They'll defend. Funnick may get left behind here. And that's a Ravage. Solo Ravage onto Funnick. J4 comes in, and they'll silence him, lock him in place, gets off the blade mail, but nobody really cares all that much. Meanwhile, in the mid, now Shotchlow isolated, silenced, and locked in place. Compliment to the Space Cow. It'll be a 1-for-1 around the map. Zeus for LC.
Space Cow. Only logical that he creates space.
Oh,
He's doing it.
You should do the voice for the old guys on the Muppets, man. It's perfect.
They're not getting much, though. LC doesn't have enough dual damage. 24 dual damage is still very, very weak.
At 27 minutes, yeah, I'd say so.
So that was a very bad time for Navi to lose a fight. It's right before Roche spawn.
Split push, uses the BKB, going for J4, will just TP out, and no way to interrupt it. So takes him 2 BKB charges, but he does successfully split push that tower.
The Film Tail actually just went over Roshan to scout out the Roshan, and it respawned right as it left the vision.
Oh. Well, Yara scouts it out, breaks the Lincolns, and just goes right to it. Easy Roche for him. Does go into an Abyssal Blade. Another set of interesting items for PA. Like Battle Fury straight Abyssal, I feel like is kind of a rarity. Usually see at least like a drum or a BKB or some other like stop-off before Abyssal. That tends to be more of a 5th, 6th slot kind of
He can still die. They have Whirling Blade, Whirling Axes for him, as well as Crippling Fear. So, oh, buddy, they're actually going in.
Oh, yeah, this could be bad. One more crit on Roche. Maybe he can bring it down. Instead, he's going to get crit by Dendi. Static Storm comes down. Roche goes down to the Dire. PA picks up the Aegis. It's a disaster for Navi. Dendi, BKB, forced to retreat. Havos coming in, does a lot of damage to the Zeus, but his team already in shambles. Havos with a short-range glimpse back. They will blow him up. It's close to a full 5-man wipe. A 1-for-4 as the LC barely makes it away. Another disaster for Navi as PA comes out successful, still with the Aegis in tow.
Sick Abyssal by him.
God. Right, did you see that crit at the end? He got the big crit on Roche and took the Dendi and whoever else was right next to him, the Space Cow. He took one of them down to like half health. It was like the time to get a crit was then. If he hadn't gotten it, probably wouldn't have finished Roche, would have died, then handed over the Aegis. Yeah, that could have gone the complete opposite direction if that crit didn't happen.
So close. Ooh. He needed to kill the Roche in the duration of the Abyssal, and he did. Barely.
Oh my. I can't believe he didn't die afterwards either. Hung around on low hit points for so long.
Well, Zeus Bloodstone Heal.
Oh, that's what picked him up so much. I was wondering what it was. Yeah, you're right. Bloodstone Heal plus the mech. Picked him right back up to full HP. No lifesteal on him. They don't have a Vlad's, do they? Nope, certainly not. But now Cheshire Cat, pretty damn close to his refresher. 900 towards the recipe, then he'll be there. J4 getting charged. There is a Dire Ward. Look at this Dire Vision right here. Great place for a ward. Not on the plateau, so a little bit more difficult to counter ward. LC going to get caught by Yules as Funnick hops forward. Will get relocated defensively. Probably the smart play as PA was just about to hop in, but not a good sign when you're 30 minutes in and still have to use that defensively to defend your base. Evost going in with a BKB on, gets abyssaled by Dityara, and Seneko off to the side with a big death ward, takes Evost low, duel onto Cheshire Cat. He will go down, no bonus damage for Funnick, however. Rest of the fight will transpire with Navi kind of on the back foot. They get the Aegis, but they will lose their Spirit Breaker. Dityara, whoa, takes a lot of damage as he comes back up. Silence, can't hop to his teammates. May go aggressive here. Spirit Ball's doing a lot of damage, gets taken out by Havost. All of a sudden, Navi get the momentum they needed for this team fight. Seneko will play Sacrificial Lamb. Goes back to join the enemies to make sure his friends can escape. And Navi will actually hold their Tier 2 tower and take a good little skirmish.
Now Troll is owning. Look at his items. He has BKB, MKB, and HOD. He can easily man up on any one of PR's team. And this is where the item builds of PR falls flat. No Blink Dagger on Hunter, so he got caught out by the LC, got dueled to death without being able to pop a Ravage, pop a Mech, pop anything. So this is where you'd be like, okay, well, probably should have gotten Blink over the Refresher. And on top of that, PA no BKB. She got owned really hard by Troll.
Now J4, he's going to glimpse back Dendy from short range, but probably going to fall here. Double damage rune is on. Ooh, just barely able to blink in the tree line. Now it's Shotlo that's in trouble. Gets charged, hit again by a bash. Now the Nether Strike, go black with the RNG. Defensive Yules will buy him some time, but...
Oh, the Wisp Ball is going to catch J4.
Oh, my.
That didn't hit him?
I don't know how that didn't hit him. But now J4, he's got to take the long path around, and oh, Daddy, he's going to get charged, race it to the high ground, but nothing Seneko can do. He'll throw a Death Ward. PA coming in with an Abyssal on Dendy. BKB's forced out. Cheshire Cat coming in, trying to wait out the BKBs. Won't even have to as LC dies, and now Dendy looks to TP home. No more BKB. They don't even need the Ravage. They've got the damage. Again, Navi, just as they're starting to make steps forward, get cleaned up. The Troll will be forced back.
I think a lot of that was on Godblack, because the charge ended on Disruptor because he died, and then it switched to the Witch Doctor, and then he canceled it right before he went up the hill, and Witch Doctor cast his Death Ward and took 2 heroes to half.
Yeah, he could have just kept on going.
Oh, I guess he has Scepter now. Yikes. Or kept on going, or at least just bash him and run away.
Yeah.
He would have died.
Things still looking somewhat even. We're 32 minutes in now. It's still crazy how many kills we've seen and how even it is. It's not come without trade-offs. Tide will get his refresher.
I think Troll can carry this.
1,200 mana, got plenty for it. Yeah, it's amazing. Once you get the MKB, how much easier it is to kill the PA. Although she will take heed to your advice, good sir. And BKB has been completed for Dit Yara.
It might be too late.
You think so? You think the Troll's already kind of at the critical mass?
Well, it's not that. It's just she's going to die in a fight, and I don't think that they needed to have BKB and an Aegis. One to trade with Troll's BKB, and then one to actually beat him down with. But without the BKB last fight, she just got owned twice without really getting anything in return. And then because of this, Navi has enough momentum to stop the next Roshan, which is still pretty long time in spawning, but
it's important.
It's close enough so that I don't know if they're going to be able to control it, which is really difficult. Imagine this Troll with the Aegis instead of the PA. That's a totally different story.
Yeah, exactly. Even that last fight, it could have gone the other way without that one last crit at the end. So BKB up on the PA now. Satanic will be the next item for her host. Wow, LC just looks like a couple of crits will be enough to bring him down there with that Abyssal. So nice little pick off. But yeah, this Troll going for the Satanic, making him even harder to kill. This is an awkward rotation. Havost walks right by Cheshire Cat, who's coming around for Go Black. A close range charge, but Ravage only hits on one. BKB for Havost was on. Dit Yara's BKB also brings down Go Black, but the Troll, oh my gosh, Havost with the damage just trucking through the enemies. Now support is inbound. They know Havost doesn't have a BKB. Ravage number 2 brings down the Wisp. Havost locked inside the Static Storm. He gets brought down. Plenty of money for buyback on the Troll, but PR end up trading essentially a 1-for-4 around the map if you count the LC before it all went down.
Vanscore, he didn't survive until the relocate back. Oh, they would have been able to make big plays there.
A little bit of split push from Dendy. He'll go ahead and use the darkness.
So Troll owns PA now.
I mean, you just saw how fast he took the PA down in that fight.
That was without an Abyss or without Abyssal Blade up though.
Yeah.
So.
Still, just in a man mode battle. If he's got battle trance on, PA just has to run. There's no man fighting around there.
Haste.
Shotlo has a Bloodstone up on the Zeus, but here you go. Here's your biggin. That'll be J4 with the Aghanim Scepter. That is the Witch Doctor and Disruptor. 2 of those supports that have crazy good Aghanims upgrades in this game. They've been able to find them at pretty decent times. Dendy up top, thinking about Cheshire Cat. There will be a long-range charge. Nether Strike is available, so Cheshire Cat could find himself in a sticky wicket, relocate a little far back, but still gets bashed. Blink duel, not going to happen. His Death Ward zones him out.
Where's their glimpse?
Can't find it.
No Zeus Sultan glimpse? I guess J4 is actually not that close. They could have easily gotten a kill on Wisp, but I don't know if it's worth bullying for that.
Yeah. Well, now the full Satanic out on the Troll. So Havost a little tankier, and of course now with that massive lifesteal, and Dendy with the Aghanim Scepter. Say hello to your darkness. You didn't say hello, dude. Come on, man.
It wasn't darkness yet.
Oh, there you go. I just used it. We're in darkness. Oh, that's cool. I never noticed that when you mouse over the top, it says darkness. That's neat.
Darkness.
To let you know it's not actually nighttime. That's pretty cool.
So, Troll, it all depends on him surviving, which, I mean, can he get the BKB off before the Ravage? Can he kill PA before she kills him in an Abyssal? Like, this is a very RNG-dependent matchup. We're talking about Bash. We're talking about Whirling Blades. We're talking about Abyssal procs. Blur.
Yeah, this is really...
If you thought Ogre was RNG.
There's a lot on the back of Phobos right now. You look at the net worth, he's number 1, just above the PA, but after that it's a pretty significant drop-off. And they need him to be this big playmaker. And if he gets caught out, if he dies without buyback, that is going to be a bad time. He is just about 300 gold short right now.
So Vlad's is up on Cheshire Cat. Still no Blink, but he does have Refresher up in 20, which will coincide with roughly the time that Roshan is going to respawn. J4 will be sitting in the pit to scout it out.
Yeah, nice heads-up play from the Disruptor. This is Roche 3, so there will be cheese alongside this. Aegis, Power Rangers know how important this is. Zeus with all of his mobility items here, Blink and BOTs. Navi, they're grouping up in the top. They'll send 3 heroes to this Tier 2 tower. Roche up in 15. I think
smoked up.
PR, whoa, they're going to fake it out. They won't wait for Roche, they're going to go up top. Double Ravage ready. This could be scary. Let's look at Radiant Vision, or Dire Vision rather. Radiant up top. They'll Zeus ult and they come in. J4 with the glimpse. Static Storm Kinetic Field will end up being off the mark. Funnick BKB TP's out, and Wisp will go down. Just barely clip him. So after all that, they just get a kill on the Wisp, but Roche
so much worse.
Is up. Navi moving in. Dire, they do have a ward, but the Darkness Vision. Oh my god, it didn't see them move into Roche. They moved in through the darkness. This is one of the first times I think I've seen this Night Stalker ult actually cripple a Roche attempt like this. Now J4 on his way in to scout it out. He knows Roche is up. The team is making movements quickly. They're not killing Roche fast enough. They could still do it. Funnick trying to buy time. Yules will stop him in his tracks. First Ravage, not that great. They get the kill on the Night Stalker, but Roche goes down. Aegis goes the way of Troll. They've got to kill Phobos twice. Maybe they can do it. Digyara locks him with the Abyssal, brings him down. Say goodnight to the Aegis. The rest of Navi in shambles. What a time for a lag spike. He's coming back to life. Digyara's on the treadmill. Phobos comes back at half health. Oh, the Satanic, he's back at full. Digyara just trying to kite him. More lag. Havost, will he live or will he die? Gasket. Havost dies. Gasket. All right, well, thanks for the commentary there, Witch Doctor. End of that awkward lag-filled fight. It is Power Rangers that come out way ahead despite not getting the last hit on Roche. Cheese did go to Go Black, did not burn it. But, yeah, definitely not the fight that Navi had in mind there. And I don't think... Okay, Havost just barely has enough for buyback. By, like, 100 gold.
Too much farm on the PR supports. Like, sure, PA doesn't have that much farm. Like, she's just barely ahead of the Troll. But Scepter on Witch Doctor, Scepter on Disruptor, and the Refresher on Tidehunter just proving to be too much for them. They only had to use 1 Ravage for that fight.
Radiant structures
so Ravage available, like you mentioned. Glyph has been used now. Havost might be forced to buy back here if they want to hold these barracks. He still has 38 seconds. And now they just go right onto the melee barracks. Funnick with his big 24 damage, ready to make the plays happen. Uses his BKB and will just have to retreat. Now Dendy, he's respawned. Buyback from the Troll, heads right into it, but a Static Storm is there for the setup. And the Witch Doctor channeling a huge ultimate here. Navi taking way too much damage. Havost with the BKB on. Stands his ground, does live through it. Seneko survives the duel. There's the Ravage, and Havost will go down. It's a dieback for the Troll. Navi on their last leg. Tiny Tim and his peg leg shall go down. Oh my gosh, Merlini. Power Rangers looking like they can do it. 51 to 18. 4 versus 1. Dendy, the lone defender, and I don't think he'll be able to defend. There's
many rares were lost.
Well, no, actually there were no bets for this game. So
there were bets for this game.
Oh, this game had bets? So
yep. It was 70-30 in favor of Navi.
70-30. Power Rangers, the team to put your rares on, dude. This is their thing. Starladder group stage upsets. This is this team's biggest claim to fame, which is awesome.
You think people would realize that by now? Poor Arcanus.
You'd think.
Not the Christmas Eve present that you were wishing for.
Yeah,
unless you're a PR bettor. Good job.
Well, guys, we've got one more game coming up today. Power Rangers putting a hurt on Navi's momentum here in this group stage, and now their life will hang in the balance of possibly some tiebreakers. Our final match of the day around the corner, it will be Virtus Pro Polar versus My Insanity. We're a bit behind schedule, so we won't delay much further. We'll take a break, then come on back. I'm Zyori, joined by Merlini, and thank you so much for joining us here for Starladder coverage. We got one more coming up.